pencil in, I guess, right?
Well,
or that was the foxhole one.
That was the foxhole one.
This Amateur Radio Roundtable is brought to you in part by ICOM America. All right, welcome to Echo. Echo. Welcome to Amateur Radio Roundtable. I'm Tom Medlin, your host tonight, and I think we've got some interesting things coming up tonight. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be giving away 100 more super prize tickets to Hamcation. We've got Dwayne and Katie on here. They got some things that they're going to share with us. I'm going to talk about our balloon launch. We're getting really close to our balloon launch. I think we're within hours, few days, maybe hours. Then I'm going to tell you about a project I got snookered into. My hands kind of feel like sandpaper. Oh man, I don't know what's going on with them. But anyway, hey, if you're listening on International Shortwave on 5130 tonight, we'd like to hear from you. Send us an email to tom@w5kub.com, tom@w5kub.com. Let us know where you are in the world, and if you're hearing our show, and give us a signal report. And if you do have a computer and internet nearby, you can join the show tonight. Just go to w5kub.com, and you can click on the live video and chat. You can join us. You can watch the show tonight. You can actually join in a chat room. May not open the phone lines tonight. Just depends on how things go, but we've got phone numbers in 65 countries for our viewers to call in. Also, join our ham radio Facebook group. We've got a ham radio group with over 8,000 hams in that group now, and it's just a great place to talk ham radio and post your pictures of your shack and so forth in there, and we can show those on the show sometime. I just saw Brent asked, do you issue QSLs for those shortwave signal reports? Well, WBCQ will. If you want to send a signal report to WBCQ, they will QSL with the WBCQ QSL card. I don't have WBCQ cards. I'd have to send you a W5KUB card. But that brings up another good point there. There's Michael. Michael, stand by. Speaking of QSL card, I just sent out a whole stack of QSL cards. You know, I got some new ones made. Our friend Gennady in Ukraine makes some beautiful cards, man. I got 1,000 cards, photo cards, full color, for about $75. That includes shipping back from the Ukraine, and they're doing great. Let me add Michael in here. Michael Cauley is ready to join the show here. So everybody stand by just for 1 second, and I'll get Michael in here. All I have to do is find him. Michael, where are you? There he is. Let's add him to the show. And Dave Kassler, I don't see Dave tonight, but Dave, if you're listening or in the chat and we fail to connect with you, shoot us a chat here and we'll add you in. Okay, we've got Michael in here. Let's see. Okay, very good. Michael, how you doing, Michael?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Okay, stand by, Michael. All right, so I think that's the preliminary introductions and all that stuff. We got all that stuff out of the way, so we're gonna Let's just jump out and talk to Katie and Dwayne and our guest Michael a minute, and let's just see what they got going. And then in a little while we'll do. Oh, I saw Dave's picture pop up. Okay, here we go. Katie, how are you and Dwayne doing out there in Wyoming? I'll get you here in a minute. There we go. Katie, you have your mic muted.
Oh, darn it.
See, I'm not the only one that makes mistakes here. Man.
Oh, my goodness. Well, hello, Tom. Hi, everybody out there.
I'll say this about today. It was 42 degrees here. In southern Georgia, it was 27. Figure that one out.
Yeah.
Is that right? Boy, it was 32 here, and that's cold for us, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what's going on here? Let's see, Katie. Somehow you got Dwayne to join us tonight. I mean, that sure probably took a lot, right?
Well, yeah, I basically said, hey, let's show off that project you were working on. And he says, do I have to? And I said, yes, of course. So here he is.
Okay, well, that's great. Hey, tell us what you've been working with, Katie. I mean, you've been in any contest or anything lately?
Yeah, actually, we've, well, I played around a little bit this past weekend on the North American QSO party. Dwayne really played. I was actually working all day. So I didn't get down into the shack until about 5, but Dwayne was on as soon as it began, and I could hear him through the floorboards, and boy, he was going nonstop for the first 4 hours. I thought, I don't know how he's sitting there that long, because I'd have to get up and go to the bathroom by then, but you know, us girls, we never can sit in one spot that long. But by the time I got down and, you know, played around a little bit, it was really hard to hear people on 40 meters. How many contacts did we get there? Like
about 17 or 18.
Yeah, I mean, it was really pretty poor. And, you know, I would hear a call sign, pull out a call sign, and then just lose the rest of it. And what we did after that is we, you know, I did a little search and pound, so I was able to actually get my voice on the radio, which was good, other than just helping log and what have you. And then just kind of gave up with it. But this weekend's a 160 meter contest on CW, and I know Dwayne's going to be playing around with that one. And I think that's about it for contests right now. I know this Sunday is my turn as net control for our Wyoming Sunday morning net, so I got to make sure my alarm is set and I get down to the shack on time. Don't want to be the net control and be late for your own net. That's never a good sign.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Yeah, somebody in the chat room asked what's on Katie's sweaters. Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah.
We just went down to for the New Year's holiday. We went down to Kennedy Space Center and toured the center and took a break from some of the cold up here for some of the warm in Florida.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my new sweatshirt. My old NASA sweatshirt was about 12 years old and was well loved and really needed to be replaced. So I found this one. I said, "Yep, this is mine."
All right. I've never been down to the Space Center down here, so we're gonna have to go one day. I've been to the Huntsville thing.
Go.
Yeah.
It's really neat, and we did we paid a few extra bucks, but I really think it was worth it. We did a guided bus tour, and so we got to see some different areas and got a lot of one-on-one time with the tour guide, and saw some really neat spots, and so it was a lot of fun. And we went down actually on New Year's Day, and it was still pretty crowded, but the weather was great, and I hadn't been there in a bunch of years, and he hadn't been there in a bunch of years, so it was nice to see a lot of the new things that are there since the last time, and had a lot of fun.
Well, all right. Hey, let me just check with Michael and make sure that he is not pressed for time. Let's see. How do I get Michael? There we go. Hey, Michael. How you doing, Michael? I think I'm trying to get you back on the show here, Michael.
I'm doing good.
There we go. I got you there. Yeah. Are you doing okay on time?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I just wasn't sure if I was going to make it here on time.
Yeah. Well, were you having meetings or something?
Actually, tonight we had a ADA Torty Cure meeting for our areas group. We put volunteers out to help them with a 100-mile bike ride coming up right after Hamcation.
100-mile bike ride. Well, at least it's pretty flat down here. So
Yeah, true.
I'd hate to be going up mountains and things like that, man. So you're pretty active then in a lot of things, man. Aries and Hamcation and all that stuff. When do you have any spare time?
I'm not sure about that one. Pretty much after March usually.
All
For a
right,
couple
yeah,
months.
yeah.
Spare time's overrated.
Yep.
Well, when I tell you about my project after a while, I'll tell you I don't have any spare time anymore. I don't even have time to get a balloon launched. But that's going to come up soon there. All right.
Yeah, that's part of the next story.
All right. So let's just jump over and see what Dwayne's got for us. He has been working on a little project, and he wants to tell us something we can do. I think it's simple.
There's a mouse. I'm going to eat it.
Oh, it's a mouse. Let's see.
There it is.
Let me see.
Oh, wait a minute. Going the wrong way.
I tell you, that mouse gets me in more trouble than anything. Oh man. All right. Dwayne, tell us what.
Michael's tickets or Dwayne's thing first?
Michael's tickets come later.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Tell-
Let me reach the mouse here so I can share our screen.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet? Okay, sorry.
So you ready, Tom?
I'm ready. You're on, man. You're on.
So just before the 160 ARRL contest back in December, I dropped my headset and it broke this little switch right here. This switch right there.
Yeah.
It broke the handle off of it and the left speaker totally went dead. Wouldn't work at all.
That's terrible.
So I broke into this thing and found out what that switch did. And for temporary purposes, I just soldered the wires direct. But I went and got another switch and put it in. But it got me to thinking, like, what does this do? Now start sharing.
Okay.
So the switch, normally on a regular headset,
Give me a second. I got to get there first before I can give you the mouse back.
Yeah, Katie. Yeah, there we go.
It's coming.
Oh, look at
All right.
that, man.
There you go. Now there's your
Okay.
mouse.
That's cool.
Now
so on a normal headset setup, you have the signal plus and minus on each side, and it makes these sine waves in actually opposing form like this. And your head your brain picks this out right in the center, about right there. And so that's what they call in-phase signaling. The schematic of that looks like, well, let's see, where's that going to go?
is that it?
Yeah, so we start here with it. You get your right speaker input off of the tip, and I apologize for those people who understand what it is, and then your left signal comes off the first ring, and your signal common comes off of it. So this is hooked to your right speaker, this is hooked to your left speaker, and this is hooked to both speakers as a signal common.
Okay.
And that's the schematic. That's the way it would look like inside the headset to you.
Mm-hmm.
So this switch allows us to, first off, when it's wired like that, it's the signal that we saw beginning, and it goes where both signals are pulsing at the same time. It pulses forward and reverse at the same time,
So
provided that it's the same signal.
I guess
This is
they're in phase. I guess you call it in phase.
Right. This is assuming the signal is constant and it's not split by stereo means or one speaker is different than the other. And so that switch is right here. You see this right at the bottom. I got to set.
Sorry, cat interference.
I have help here on the side. But when the switch is in one position, you see it ties the left speaker input
Yep.
to the left side of that speaker and the right speaker input to the right side of that speaker. Now, when we take it and flip the switch, how do I do that?
Uh-oh.
Going the wrong way.
There we go. Nope.
There we go. Nope.
No. Your switch is not working.
I got
Are you missing a slide?
there it is.
Oh, okay.
There
So
it is.
Now,
There it is.
when you flip the switch, you get this signal and this system. So it amounts to moving the signal in your head slightly to one side or the other. And your brain does this all by itself. If you put this thing on, run a regular tone through it, and flip the switch, you can actually hear the thing moving in your head. It's amazing
maybe
to me.
maybe that's in phase there, and the other one was not in phase. I don't know which one is
No,
which.
because the positive signal is going to push the speakers out, and the negative signal is going to pull the speakers in. So if it's hooked up the way I had it to start with, it goes out and in on the same pulse.
Mm-hmm.
But then you switch that over to the bottom, and that's what you get. So that little switch was nothing more than a switch right here. And I thought about this a bit and decided that you can do this for any ham radio headset with enough room in it for a micro mini. And there are a lot of those headsets that do have that room. I know that the Radio Sport headsets would have enough room in it. Several versions of Bob Heil's set without the switch still has the room in it for it. So all you do is go down to the store. I can get my slides to go right, and buy one of these. It's a little micro mini switch, and it's a 2-pole double throw, and it's 2 action. So it's on and on. There's no off on this. So you're either in phase or out of phase on it. And the bottom of that switch looks like that. You just take that thing and solder it right in there. Then you solder your speakers to here and here, and then cross them and solder from here to here. So now you got those in there, and then you take your leading signal coming in and you hook it from here to here. And lo and behold, you got a little phase reversing switch in your headset for about $3. And your time. It took me probably 40 minutes or so to put the new one in, get it all put together.
Yeah.
I went and got Katie's heat gun.
Yeah, about 3 hours round trip to Chris Supply in Rapid City to get the part.
I could have ordered it offline, but I needed it right away.
Yeah.
But I took one of Katie's hot glue guns from her little room in there,
The craft room.
and put it on each side of the switch, kind of stuck the switch on the inside of the headset so it doesn't roll around, and it's fixed. But I thought you can do this for any headset out there as long as there's room enough for the switch. Mm-hmm. You may even be able to do it outside the switch or outside the cup if you can get access to the cable. So,
Yeah.
it's kind of a handy little thing. If you've ever done it, you've ever been in a CW contest and switched the switch, you'll know that it does differently. I mean, after about 30 minutes or so of pounding in there, your ears get desensitized to the noise, especially the low noises. Flip that switch and those low noises bounce out. It's a really good idea.
I was just thinking you could actually make your little take your little box and put your switch in it and just an adapter, plug your headset into it.
That won't quite work.
Let's see. No, you'd switch everything. I mean,
right.
Yeah. That's
the
right.
common is out on most headsets. The common is actually the outer shield of the coax.
Yeah, there's one with the switch right there.
Yeah, same setup. But
Okay.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's simple and easy to do. Took me, like I said, about 40 minutes to. I had to drill the hole out a little bigger because I don't know where Bob gets those little switches he puts in there, but they're dadgum tiny. And somebody put in here, said if you buy one of those switches, double pole, double throw, panel mount, solder lugs, buy a Tyco Alco switch and stay away from E-switch.
That's Mark from the Huntsville Handfest.
Okay.
Well, I've flipped it a time or two while I had it on my head, and I didn't really pay a lot of attention to it. So do you think it makes a big difference for you?
I do. I really do. Like I participate in a lot of RIDI contests, and I like to hear the signal coming to me. Yeah, although you don't have to, you can just turn it off or turn your volume down on your radio and not hear it at all. But I do like to hear the incoming signal so that I know that I got a signal and I should be getting some kind of decode in the software. Mm-hmm. And after a while, if you flip the switch, you start getting tired of hearing it, flip the switch, and it changes things dramatically for you.
Well, I'll have to try that next time I play with the headphones there. And that's a neat little hack that we can do on any of our headphones, and it'll actually do the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's all it is. When I broke into it, I expected to find some kind of card with electronics or whatever on it. Nope, it's just a simple two-pole double throw switch.
Yep. Pretty quick and easy fix for pretty cheap too.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we paid more than $3 for the
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good to know. I'm gonna now that you've brought this up, I'm gonna be playing with my earphones here, and I'm gonna try that and see what difference it makes. As I listen. It's there for
really
it's there
good
for a
on crappy
reason.
bands.
Yeah, it's there for a reason. Yeah. Well, all right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with Michael here in just a minute, and I'm gonna see if I can get Hambot to wake up. So we'll be back in just a minute here. Thanks a lot, Dwayne, for showing us that.
You're quite
Hey,
welcome.
maybe you should have a little tips and tricks segment on here every week. You could do a little thing like that each week.
Yeah, because I have so much time on my hands.
Yeah,
Well, you've
you
been
do.
a ham so darn long, you could probably come up with something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Especially
All
with
right.
all the little projects on the shack table behind us that he's
Oh.
always working on.
I'm always working on something, so I think
Yeah.
I could find something.
All right, well, good. Well, anytime you got it, we'll do it. All right, we'll be back in a minute. All right. New year, new savings. Bring in a new year loud and clear with some of ICOM's most innovative products. Check out the websites for current promotions on ICOM's 7610, the 7300, and the 9700. Start the new year off with the high-performance IC7610. It is a direct sampling transceiver that will change the world's definition of a software-defined radio. It has the ability to pick out the faintest of signals, even in the presence of stronger adjacent signals. It has RF direct sampling, 110 dB REM DR, independent dual receiver, and dual digiselect. The IC7300 is changing the way entry-level HF is designed. The high-performance, innovative HF transceiver has a compact design that will far exceed your expectations. It has RF direct sampling, 15 discrete bandpass filters, a large 4.3 color touchscreen, real-time spectrum scope. The IC9700 was built with a VHF-UHF weak signal operator in mind. It has faster processors, higher input gain, higher display resolution, and a cleaner signal. ICOM's IC9700 is the pinnacle of perfection. It has a 4.3 touchscreen, dual watch operation, and full duplex operation, real-time spectrum scope, and a waterfall, voice recording and playback. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information on ICOM radios.
LDG Electronics provides state-of-the-art antenna tuners for every amateur need. From QRP to QRO, fixed stations, portable and remote, an LDG tuner will match your radio to your antenna using our lightning-fast, proprietary tuning algorithms. LDG is a family-owned and operated company dedicated to bringing innovative, quality products to the amateur market. All LDG products carry a full 2-year warranty that is fully transferable. Support is only a phone call or email away. We're always here to help you. Visit us on the web at ldgelectronics.com.
All right, guys, we're back, and we've got Michael with us. We're going to talk a little bit again about Hamcation. Going to give away, Hambot's going to be in here in a minute. I'm going to give away some tickets, and then I've got a few other things we're going to surprise you with tonight. Let's see. Well, Michael, why don't you tell us, you say you got some more information on the food vendors. Let me bring Michael into the show. I'll get it here in a second. Here we go. All right. Michael, it's all you, man. Hey, we're getting close, aren't we?
We are about 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Man, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
But yeah, the big update for today, I actually heard from our food vendor caterers outside with all the food, and I actually have a list of some of the new foods they're going to have this year.
Talk to us.
She told me they're going to have funnel cakes this year,
Woohoo!
fried Oreos,
Oh man.
Yeah.
They're going to have a lemonade stand,
Nice.
pretzels,
Uh-huh.
Italian ice.
That's good.
The barbecue vendor is going to be back. They're going to have a hibachi area. She's working on actually some Chinese also.
Oh,
Turkey legs
Oh,
and mac and cheese. And then all the normal hot dogs, hamburgers, all the normal stuff we've had every year. But these are some of the new items this year. And also, I just found out we'll actually have two tents set up this year. One we're putting up from Hamcation, 40 by 40 tent that people can sit, eat under, stuff like that. And they're actually putting up a 30 by 30 tent also for the same purpose.
that'd be good.
So we should have
Yeah.
plenty cover seating, lots of chairs to keep people out of the sun while they eat.
oh, that's great.
Yeah. And guys, go to www.hamcation.org for a lot of information here. Look at all this. You can everything you want to know about prizes or where it is or the schedule. Anything you want to know, it's right here. You can follow them on Twitter. Look at it. And hey, tell us about that app again. I need to download that app.
Yeah, with the help of ARL and Hamvention, we will have the ARL Events app. You can download it from the Play Store, Google Play Store, or the Apple Store. Just search for ARRL Events app. Download it. You can keep track of all the forums. Hourly prize drawings are on there, so you can see that without going to the prize booth every time. If you're looking for a vendor, you can actually search the vendor. You can get in contact with other attendees during it, select their name, meeting places, all kind of great info inside that app. It's basically taking the program and carrying it around in your pocket on a phone.
Well, that is cool, man, to be able to do all that. So
It's really handy. I downloaded it and used it at Hamvention. And so when I learned you guys were going to use it here at Hamcation, I was like, oh, yay. And so I've got mine all set up already. If it's super easy to download. And I don't know if you can see it up in the corner there, but I set up my profile. I attached my booths where Ham Radio Outlet's going to be. You can connect with friends. Oh, here, now that I'm back here. So there's, that's kind of what it looks like. And you can put your photo on. So if you have maybe, a lot of times we meet up with hams and we know their call sign, but you don't necessarily know what they look like. So great way to be able to spot somebody. And again, you can find where any of the exhibitors are. And then you can also, what's really kind of nice is under the section called My Event, you can save your own schedule. So if you know what forums you want to go to, people that you want to meet up, maybe booths you want to hit, you can even leave notes. Say, I met Michael today and I want to send him a thank you note to tell him how awesome you did running Hamcation. You can add all those little things in there. You can even get when you wear your badge, you can scan that in so you have that information available. And again, you can see all the attendees and it's all alphabetized, so you can just kind of scroll up and see who's there. It's really super cool and highly recommend you guys get it loaded up if you're going to be there. It's going to really make your life a lot easier. You won't be wandering around asking where everything is or what time something's happening. It's all right there on your phone.
Correct, Katie. And also the nice feature also about it, if you want to attend one of the forums, you can actually click onto it where it actually will send you a reminder before the forum happens to remind you, say 2:00 on Friday, I want to go see one of the certain forums at that time. You know how it is at any Hamfest, you're running around, you forget about it. All of a sudden it's 2:30 and you miss the forum. So this will actually send you a reminder through the app to allow you to attend the forum.
Oh, that's great. Because like you said, you get caught up talking to people and then lose track of time. And all of a sudden you're like, darn it, I missed that forum I really wanted to go to. That's a really nice feature.
To answer somebody's question in the chat room, I saw it is the same app from Hamvention. If you downloaded that app already, if you open it up, there should be an update button. If you click that update, it will actually put all of Hamcation's information into the app without re-downloading the whole app.
Oh, okay. And it does seem to be having some updates, so periodically it's just going to update for you. So just go ahead and do all those things. It'll make the app run better for you.
Correct. Every time we send a update to ARL, they update it in there right now, and that's what the updates are. So we update the forums, we let them know. New vendors, we let them know, and every time it does an update, that's what's happening.
That's awesome.
Hey, let me ask everybody out there listening or watching right now, how many people are going to be attending Hamcation that are in the chat room? So let us know in the chat room if you're going to be attending the Hamcation. Dwayne's acting up. I'm going to put the mouse over Dwayne in a minute. I'm going to put the mouse.
Charlie Sugar Golf will be there. Joe K0NEB. A5ARN. Oh, if I win, he'll fly. Oh, gee, look at that. John's going to be there. N4JTK, what a surprise. KG0BK, Ross.
Man, looks like
N4DLW, Dave. Wow, great.
And Jeff's coming in. Hey, Jeff,
Yep.
N3VE.
Good.
Hey, Jeff, find me. We don't have a booth, but I'll be walking around and we'll be doing some videos. So, Jeff, that's my friend from New Jersey. Find us, Jeff.
Mark.
Find us.
Great. N4BCD, Mark, and Kelly W4VPZ from the Huntsville Ham Fest. Of course, will be there. That's great.
All right. Well, a lot of people.
Got a few. I wishes I could go in there, but
Yeah,
that's always the case.
a lot of people
Well,
are.
super.
A lot of people are going. That's cool.
Well, we
So
look
how's
forward to seeing
Hambot?
all you
Hambot
guys.
doing ready? All right. Hey, Hambot just told me Hambot is about ready to do a prize. So let me queue up Hambot here, and let's give away 100 tickets to some person out there. So here we go with Hambot. All right. Well, Hambot says he is ready to go. This is for 100. Tell us about it, Michael. How's this ticket going to work now?
What the Extra Chance Tickets does, if you're attending Hamcation, they will work for all the hourly prize drawings and the grand prize drawings on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you are not attending Hamcation and you mail the tickets back to me, I will put them in the prize barrel, and they will actually work for our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday grand prizes only.
All right. Well, great. And for those going, you can buy extra tickets, right? You mentioned you could buy tickets.
Correct. You can actually buy the Extra Chance tickets. On Thursday, we'll have them. We're going to open up a ticket booth at the East Gate. You can actually go there and buy them. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, once the show opens, you can actually buy them at the prize and info booth where the prize barrel is.
All right. Well, hey, there's my friend Tim, WB8HRO, up north. He said he would go if I would take him, but I can't swing around. I mean, that would be a 2,000-mile trip for me. So I'm sorry, Tim, but we'll do some webcasting, and you can still watch it on Saturday. Or do we? Is him?
Yeah, you ready?
I was waiting on him, but yeah. Okay, here we go. Hambot's fixing to pick a name here. Now remember, the chat room is the official time, not the audio video. All right, W4WNT Bill, are you here? Hambot is wanting to give you 100 tickets. Hambot says, are you here? Where's that question? Did he answer?
He did.
But did he say something? Let's see. Hello.
Yeah, he said,
I'm
hello, I'm here,
Oh,
thanks.
yeah, okay.
Yay! Woohoo!
All right, so Bill. Wrong Bill. Oh, wrong Bill. Okay. Okay, so Bill, W4WNT, won the tickets. Okay. W4WNT, won tickets. Okay, now, sometimes people say, when they win, hey, I don't need them, or I've already got one, so just give them out again. And I was thinking maybe Bill said that, but I'm thinking, wait a minute. He don't have to go. He can just mail them in, man. He can still be a big winner.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, Bill. Hambot liked you tonight. In fact, that call sounds familiar.
He's in here every week.
Yeah, Bill, have you ever won a prize from Hambot before? W4WNT. Has Hambot ever given you a prize? It'd be interesting to see. I think the winner last week won a big prize from us. All right. Well, look, hey, again, guys, go to hamcation.org and check out their site. You can get all the event info, vendor info, how to contact them and so forth. There it is right there. So, hey, it's a beautiful city down there, too. You can't go wrong in Orlando. You got NASA down there. You got plenty to do. All right. Anything else, Michael?
Nothing right now. I was going to actually find out if go ahead and give out 100 more if you like.
What?
And give an extra person since this will be my last night on the show until after the event. So if you want to fire up Hambot one more time, and we'll give somebody else a chance to win.
Well, we can do that. The only problem, Michael, is that's making my chances of winning less, you know? All right. But anyway, hey, it's a good cause. I'm still going to buy some tickets when I get there. Okay, Hambot, you heard the man, Hambot. Another 100 tickets.
All right.
So Hambot's got to connect back through the internet and prove to the server that he has to prove to the server he's not a robot.
Hambot was about to go back to bed.
Yeah. Hambot has to answer that he's not a robot. So he kind of lying there when he first logs in.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
I wanted to mention on Wednesday night before Hamcation, there is a launch. Going to be having in NASA at 11:15 p.m. Wednesday night before Hamcation.
That's the night we get in. We're going to be staying up late.
We're going to stay up late and see if we can't see the launch.
I won't be there. And Katie, your picture froze, Katie.
Yeah, I see that.
Why don't you just hit the camera and turn it off and back on? You'll probably come right back on. Let's see if you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, so Hambot says he's ready.
Oh, great. Yeah, peekaboo.
All right, Hambot says they're ready. So.
There he is. William got it.
Okay, a winner already?
Yep.
Well, that was fast.
KE0OUR, William.
William. Boy, he jumped on it in a millisecond, didn't he?
Woo-hoo. Good job.
Okay, congratulations, William. Let me write that down. William just won 100 super prize tickets for Orlando.
That was almost faster than the smallest amount of measurable time ever.
Yeah.
The smallest amount of measurable time ever is in New York City when the light turns green and the guy behind you starts blowing a horn.
Yeah. All right. Well, we had 2 winners tonight. That's pretty good, man. Hey, thank you so much, Michael, for the neat prizes, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes. Hopefully everybody have fun. Hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. We had a cold front come through, and our lows tonight supposed to be in the 30s.
Oh, that's too cold for you guys.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it better warm up before we come down there. I expect to leave a very cold Wyoming and come to a very warm Florida.
Yeah, what's going on, man? You got 2 weeks to fix that.
That's right. Get on it, will ya?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I know after today it's supposed to start warming back up. I think they were saying by Saturday it's supposed to be back in the 70s.
Okay, we can live with that.
I could even live with the 60s, you know.
I'd rather not. I'd rather have 70s, though.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's getting cold here, too. It was 32 all day, so it's starting to get down. I could live with the 60s.
Yeah. Well, good luck with the last days of all your last minute preparations to you and your committee and all.
Katie.
Looking forward to being there, and
Well, Katie, you're freezing.
forward to seeing you in person.
Yeah, you're freezing up a little bit, and your audio's chopping. But I don't know. We'll have to. It may be too cold there for your internet to work. You know.
Darn it.
Yeah,
I don't know what's
you
going
know,
on.
I've seen snow, like 15 feet high in places. It might be up around the wires, on the poles. I don't know, man. All right. Thank you, Michael. You're welcome to stay with us.
All right, I can do that for a little bit.
All right. And you guys just jump in at any time if you want to talk about anything here. Hey, I want to tell you, I want to give you, hey, it's two things. I got a secret project I'm working on. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But we're getting really close to our balloon launch, and we're trying to play with the big guys. I told you this before. This is not a party balloon. We flew the party balloon last time, and we made it all the way around to Japan, and it crashed after Japan. We didn't quite make it all the way. I want to make it all the way. So we decided to play with the big boys. As I mentioned last week, we've sunk almost, a friend and I have sunk almost $1,000 into getting this balloon launched. Now, we got a couple extra parts. I bought 2 trackers. They're about $115 each. So we got a second tracker for backup. The balloon's close to a couple $100. The gas was like $150. And then guess what? Hydrogen, you got to have special regulators, left-hand threads and a certain thing, and you can't hook anything else up to it. So gauges are anywhere from $200 to $400 for hydrogen. But hey, I don't care. We're going with the big guys, and our plan is to go around the Earth many, many, many times. And that's many. And stay up long duration. I call this our high altitude long duration. I'm shooting for 5 months in the air. I don't know how many times we can go around at 5 months, but we're shooting for 5 months. The same balloon, our friend Ron, K6 RPT, has had his balloon up now. It's been up 95 days. It's been around 8 times. Same balloon, the SBS-13 with hydrogen. And but it hadn't reported in 5 days. Now he's using APRS only, so there's no reporting over the ocean. Last report we got was over Japan 5 days ago. I would have thought by today, maybe tomorrow the latest, it would hit the U.S. So let's see if it's still up. That'd be 95, 98 days. We're going for the long term. I don't know, but here's the here it is. Here's the payload right here. Look at that. There's the payload. Let me get a little closer to the camera. There's the payload right there. There's the super caps on it, super capacitors. There's our solar panel right there. And a little thing sticking up on top, that's the GPS antenna right there. This red wire will come off. This is where we hook our 20-meter dipole up for our whisper. And you can't see it, but there's a guitar string right here. This is the 19-inch VHF. You can see it there. 19-inch VHF transmit antenna for APRS. So this is it. This is module 1. Been kind of tested out and wanted to make sure it worked. Here comes module 2. Module 2 in play right here. Now this entire package again weighs 20 grams. That's about 0.07 ounces. That's with the antenna, the 20-meter antenna and everything on it, 0.07 ounces. Now, I've been trying to test it here at the house because you want to make sure it's working before you launch it. And I was getting whisper reports thousands of miles away, but I wasn't getting any APRS reports. And there's an APRS eye gate 6 miles from here. I know in my car, it picks it up fine, but I was only getting one track about every 4 or 5 days. So I'm thinking, this thing's not working right. So I had it hooked up here in the house. I even had it hooked up to a 11 element beam at about 20 feet, pointed toward that eye gate, and I still wasn't hitting it. So yesterday I put this in my truck and I drove out to the area where the eye gate is, and sure enough, it's picking up every minute. It's picking up the tracks and saying where I was. So when I got out there where the eye gate was, I looked. It's a little small house. Looks like a ham's house because I see some antennas. Actually, I see a bunch of antennas, but they're all very low. So it may be just a distance problem. I'm told that, hey, at 40,000 feet, don't worry about it. It's going to see stuff, hundreds of miles away anyway. So, again, there's the tracker. It's about 9 grams. You can see there's a dime. You can see the size of it. By the way, that's a 50 ohm load right there on the HF. There it is again. We're starting to put it together. The thing is, everything's so small, and the wires and stuff are like thread that we're using. It's very, and the guitar string is very almost invisible. So,
Hey, Tom,
yeah.
somebody in the chat room mentioned a way to lose a little more weight. Let's take the plastic wrap off of the capacitor.
I did that. I tried that, and it took 0.2 of a gram off. Yeah,
Wow.
0.2 of a gram, but a half gram here and a half gram there is good to
Right.
do. Here it is right here in my window. We had rain and heavy clouds for 3 days this week. I had it sitting in the window just to see if it would work. Now, I had it right there. I had it clipped to my 20 meter inverted V. And I had it clipped into my a 2 meter antenna outside. But the problem is, and I was powering it by USB there, so even at nighttime I would have power. The issue was, man, it was being seen everywhere on Whisper, but on APRS I just wasn't making it. And I checked the code, and I've sent the code to them, and we verified it's all okay. So one of the things in the house there, and that's a west-facing window, the tracker has to pick up 3 satellites to get a 3D position, latitude, longitude, and altitude. So inside under my roof there, it probably wasn't picking up but maybe 1 satellite. And the overcast, this is not a real high-power GPS system. So a heavy overcast probably was blocking the signal too. So that's kind of there. But hey, when I first hooked it up there in the window, you can see, we were getting Whisper tracks over in Spain. So I know the Whisper's working there. So the plan is going to be to try to get this thing launched no later than Monday. Now, I've got things lined up in other obligations, and my friend is going to help me launch. He has obligations Saturday, and so we're not sure when exactly we're going to get it launched. I'd like to launch in the morning because that would give us about 10 hours of daylight to track it. And I think in 10 hours we would be over the Atlantic before it got dark. If we launch at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it'll be dark in 1 hour, and we wouldn't know much. Now, when we go dark, we don't transmit Whisper or APRS because we don't have a battery. So when we go dark, no transmissions. But when the sun is out, even if it's over the ocean, if the sun is out, we will get Whisper reports. We will know where it is just because of Whisper, even if it's out of range of APRS. And again, APRS is really good, except over the ocean. it's not there, and over Africa and the Middle East, it's not there. So if we're over the ocean or Africa, the Middle East, Whisper is going to tell us we're still in this approximate grid square and we're moving. And then, of course, when we hit APRS eye gates, it'll tell us the exact position. So I hope no later than Monday we will launch. And that depends on weather. You know, we want good, nice, clear weather all the way from here to the coast, and we want almost no wind. And I can tell you, a 5 mile an hour wind, you take that balloon outside, and that 5 mile per hour wind will make you think you're in a hurricane trying to hold that balloon. It's pretty difficult. And the fact that it's going to have a low takeoff, and it's hanging a 30-foot antenna on it. So that's where you got to be careful to not, you know, tangle it up in power lines or trees or things like that. All right, so that's the update. We're getting really excited on getting this launch. Again, we hope we can go for months. Hey, by the way, the record on that balloon that we're going to launch, the record is 735 days. So I don't know. It is so critical. Launch is so critical. Everything has to be just perfect. And we've taken a lot of care over the last month in planning this and weighing out everything and following instructions, you know, to the T. And I mean, if we put 1 gram too much of free lift, it will actually go to a higher altitude and it will burst and come down. So we've got to be very careful on the amount of hydrogen we put in it. And we also have to be very careful with the hydrogen that we put in it, you know. So that's the balloon update right there. All right, now, kind of non-ham related, here's my surprise segment, my non-ham radio stuff, but it's affecting my ham radio stuff because it's affecting the balloon launch, believe me. You know, Kathy tells me every day to go out and buy a new radio. Every day. Why don't you go buy a radio? You know, buy you a Flex. Buy you, you know, whatever. Okay. You know, I mean, I had to get rid of some radios because I'm running out of room. So anyway, she says go buy a radio. So she decided she wanted a new kitchen. So I said, okay, well, as long as she tells me I have a new radio every day, then I guess she can have a new kitchen, you know, once every few years. I mean, and if you ever remodel a kitchen, let me tell you, this is like a $20,000 renovation. I mean, you can't do nothing for under that. So let me show you what we're doing, man. Let me just show you what we're involved in here. I got a few pictures here. This is what I've been looking like. This is what I've looked like the last 5 days. That kind of looks like a monkey, doesn't it? You know, it kind of looks like a monkey. And I want to, you know, if I can invent something where your glasses wouldn't fog up when you breathe.
Oh man, you'd make a bundle if you could come up with that.
If I could do that, I could sell a lot of stuff to these contract people, man. If you just keep those glasses from fogging up, you know. So anyway, there we are. We're protected. Hey, we had to protect our eyes because we're doing some major chiseling of stuff. We had to protect our lungs because of the dust. You can see the fans in the background. I had 3 fans running. And of course, we had to protect our ears too because, well, first of all, we tried. Well, there's kind of a shot of the countertops. You can see that shiny, it's a tile. And let me tell you, if the guy wants to make a bulletproof vest, just take a slab of that and put that in your bulletproof vest because nothing will go through that tile. A sledgehammer won't go through that tile right there. Now, the thing about this tile here is you've got the tile, and then you've got a little bit of mortar under it, and then you've got 2 inches of concrete under it, and in that concrete you have wire reinforcing mesh wire. So I've got 2 inches of concrete and mesh wire in that to take off. So here we go. We start taking off. You can see there the tile's starting to come off right there. And I want to tell you, we tried it with a chisel and a hammer. A chisel and a hammer, the hammer just bounces off, man. I mean, you can't even crack that stuff with it. So I happen to have an air chisel. You can see the air chisel right there. And let me tell you, man, that sucker will get with it. And I mean, it was a difficult job, but it made a difference. So there you can see we got a little bit of the surface off right there. We got a lot to do. We got the island. We've got an L-shaped or a U-shaped counter there. So we're taking that off. There's Kathy trying a chisel. It didn't do anything. I even tried a chisel and it didn't do anything. Here's some of the mesh wire. Once we got the concrete off enough, I was able to roll that heavy mesh wire kind of down the cabinet to get the wire up off that plywood right there. So you can see what that looks like. Now we're getting down to plywood right there. All right, so there's one part of the counter pretty much done. And of course the little metal things on the side will come off. That's what was the forms for the concrete. And there's another shot. You can see we got all the counter back there cleared off. Looks like we got all the counters done, I think, right there. You can see the backsplash is still on the wall back there. Backsplash is still on the wall. And if you look, the backsplash is just like the countertops. It's 2 inches thick of concrete with wire mesh in it, nailed into the studs. So I don't think a bazooka would come through that part of the kitchen, man. If somebody, that's pretty good. So we got it out of there. We got it all. Look at here. We got it all. This stuff off the top. When I tore all the backsplash out, we're down to studs and insulation there. You can see there, and of course, a new sink could go in and all that. And that's a little bit more. Let's see. You can see, look like we're making some progress. Made some good progress. I've got a little 60-second video here in a minute. Let's see. All right. Oh, hey, look, I got sheetrock up. If you look at that one, see, I've got my sheetrock up under the cabinets there. I got that up today. That's so they can glue new backsplash or new tiles, on the wall. All right, now watch this. Here's a little 50-second video, but I'll show you what we were dealing with. Well, why isn't it running? Interesting. Okay, I can fix that. Stand by, everybody, for 1 second. I can fix that. I want you to see this. I'm going to pull up. I got to pull the file up. That thing worked a minute ago. I don't know what happened. Let's see if this will work. Okay. Let me pull one more file up. Let's try this one. Here, right here. Now, that's just the top piece. The 2 inches of concrete, the 2 inches of concrete's below there. This is not the video I wanted to show you. The other one didn't run for some reason, but So again, this is but you can see the air chisel does a pretty good job getting in there.
Get that piece of right there.
I'm supervising. Uh-oh. So it comes off in pieces now. So that is kind of what I've been doing for the last 4 or 5 days. My hands feel like sandpaper. I mean, they're so, I can't. Oh, gee. And I've got everything from liquid nail to everything on me that won't come off right now, you know. And well, okay, so the reason we did,
you got an echo.
yeah. The reason we did that, they wanted $1,000 just to tear that top off. $1,000, man. And I thought, well, we can handle that. We can handle that. So we did. But she's doing the floor too, and we've got 18-inch square tiles in that kitchen and down the hall and places. And I decided I didn't want to do the floor because it would be even worse. And you have any idea what they charge just to take up tile off the kitchen floor? It's going to cost, just to remove the tile, it's going to cost $3,400 just to remove the tile.
Wow.
But then we'll put hardwood back down on top of it, and so she'll get her new kitchen, and I'll get my new Flex 18,000. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all give and take.
Yeah. So let me see if I can get in here with us here. There we go. All right. There's Mini Me. Let's see. There's Mini Me in the center there. All right. Well, guys, it's probably going to be a short night for the show tonight. Usually we kind of go to 9:30. It's a long show most nights, but next week we're going to have Emmett Hohensee on with us. We're going to be talking about antennas again. So Emmett will be back with us next week, and I guess that's 1 week before we leave for Hamcation.
Oh.
I guess we have 2 more live shows. Not sure what we'll do on the Tuesday after Hamcation. We'll probably have a rerun show because I'm going to be somewhere in the Caribbean that Tuesday. But I might check in the chat room that night and see who's on the show. All right. Well, hey guys, thank you for being with us tonight. We enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Michael.
everybody.
Michael, I'll see you soon, man. And don't forget the little note on the back of the card.
Actually, it's already in the mail to you, so
Okay.
you should have it probably by Friday.
All right. Well, good. Hey, it's looking up, man. We're going to have new countertops on Thursday. I'll have my Hamcation tickets on Friday. Maybe Saturday we launched the balloon. So this is going to be a real productive week, I think, man.
Good.
Hey, Tom,
Yes.
on launch, how many square feet do you think that balloon comprises?
What's that?
On launch, how many square feet do you think your balloon comprises?
Oh, you mean cubic feet?
No, square feet. How many square feet of sail surface do you have?
Cell survey. Counting the
Sail
balloon.
surface.
Counting
What is the
counting the
wind
balloon.
blowing against?
Counting the balloon or just this?
Just the balloon.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, at 5 miles an hour, wind is about 1/4 pound per square foot.
Yeah.
So if you got 30 square feet of sail surface, you got.
It won't be that much. Here's a balloon laid out right here. It's the SPS 13. It's laying flat. It's 3 foot wide by 7.5 foot long. So when that
It's
blows,
21 square feet.
when that blows up round, the diameter is about 2 feet. So side surface, you've got maybe I don't know, well, I got 21 feet there. 3 foot wide
Yeah.
by 7 long.
Yeah, 21 square feet.
Yeah. Now when we launch, it's only going to have about 2 cubic feet of gas in the balloon, so it's just going to be a big bubble in one end, so that'll be a lot less.
No, you still got the same amount of sail surface.
Well, but it's going to be all sucked in.
It only gets bigger when you put gas in it.
Doesn't it expand as it
But
goes
it's going to
up
be,
in the-
it's going to, it's going to look like this. I mean, well, it's not going to be totally 3 foot wide from top to bottom. It's going to be just a little bit of gas in the top, and it's going to taper off. It's going to taper off down to, here's a picture of one. See that when they're being launched? So it won't be completely full now. So that balloon holds about 14 cubic feet. I'm guessing that the amount that we'll put in it probably will be somewhere close to 2 cubic feet. It's going to be measured out exactly, but I think it's going to be about 2 cubic feet. So every 18,000 feet, that's going to double. So in 18,000 feet, the 2 will double to 4 cubic feet. At 36,000 feet, it'll double again. It'll go from 4 cubic feet to 8 cubic feet. And then when we hit the altitude that we're wanting to fly at, 43,000, it's going to just about fill that balloon up. And that's where we're going to stop. We're not going to go any higher, and we're not going to expand any more, and we're going to stay up for 1 year.
Okay, what I was getting at though, you're talking about fighting the wind with the balloon. It's like taking about an 18-pound weight, tying it to your balloon, and throwing it off a cliff.
Yeah. Well, the wind will actually grab that sucker, and it will be flopping like crazy, man. And it's going to be wanting to go sideways instead of up.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was getting at the amount of square feet of sail surface you have.
Right.
At 5 miles an hour, it's going to be about 18 pounds on it.
Right. So that's why it's important. I said 4 or 5 mile an hour, you'll think you're in a hurricane, man. I mean, that's how it really is. When we launched the party balloons up at Dayton, I had astronaut Wheelock launch our balloon, and I thought the wind was blowing so hard out there at Dayton, I thought it was going to break the string that was tied to the balloon. I mean, that balloon was going straight out, man. And of course, we crashed. Hey, the other guys, their takeoffs were fine. Everybody made it fine, but astronaut Wheelock, he crashed twice on takeoff with our balloon. But we recovered twice, and we actually did get it in the air. And that was just a party balloon with the tracker below it. That was not a 34-foot antenna on it. So anyway, we'll see how it is. I need a mountain peak where I can launch off a mountain peak.
We have one.
Yeah.
It's inaccessible right now, but we have it.
Yeah. You can only get there in the summer.
Now, we'll have to fill that with hydrogen inside your house, though. You can't do it outside because the wind will move the balloon around so much you can't get a measurement. So you got to fill the balloon up in exactly still, no wind, because we're going to go with exactly 8 grams of lift. The tracker is 20, so we'll go with 28 grams of total lift, and then we will put this hydrogen-filled balloon in the back of my truck, and we'll probably drive about 2 miles. And it's winter time, and I've got that bed liner that makes static electricity, So
Scotch Guard.
I don't know,
Spray some Scotch Guard on it. That'll help.
But I've learned a lot about this. Hydrogen will not explode if it doesn't have oxygen mixed with it. And
but in the back of your truck, there's enough oxygen to make it burn.
It will burn, but it won't explode. In fact, if you looked at pictures of like the Hindenburg, if you noticed, you'd think hydrogen is going to blow up like a big bomb. If you watch those pictures of Hindenburg, it was just burning. It didn't explode.
Right.
So so I don't think we're going to have an explosion.
I hope not.
Yeah.
But if you do, make sure you get it on video.
Well, we're going to try to. maybe we should start running a video the entire length of the drive.
Just in case.
Put a chase car behind you with a video camera on your
Yeah,
truck.
yeah. I can do that. Man.
Yeah, that's a good adventure, and I wish you the best of luck with that one, Tom.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be fun. I mean, hey, I've been wanting to get it launched so much, but the last 10 days I've been very worried about this APRS thing not working. And it appears it's working. It just wasn't working to my nearest digirepeater, or iGate.
Right.
So run over to Chattanooga and go up on top of Lookout Mountain.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. Hey, good night. See ya. Michael, we'll see you
This
in
weekend
a
is Winter
couple
Field
weeks.
Day.
Oh, this weekend is field day, huh? Okay. All right. Very good. All right.
Every-
Good night, everybody.
Just a
Good night.
thumbs up.
We'll see you.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
All right. We enjoyed it.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any questions?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.